My entire reading year comes down to these 5 books, and no, I'm not being dramatic. These are my top 5 reads from this entire year, not ranked in order because how can I pick a favorite of my children? Buckle up, besties. We're gonna start off with a read that was so quick that I read it in one sitting, and that is Among the Burning Flowers by Samantha Shannon. Now, if you're intimidated by the sheer size of The Priory of the Orange Tree, this is a great starting point, because admittedly, I still haven't read this either. When I tell you I ate this up, believe me. I feel like this next one is kind of cheating, but it's by the same author, Samantha Shannon. It's also cheating because I've already read this, but I did a reread of the series this year in the author's preferred text, so she went back and she kind of tweaked it a little bit to fix some of the previous issues that the books have. Our main character, Paige, is clairvoyant, and she commits treason simply by breathing. I credit this series for getting me back into reading. That's how much I love this and how much I connected with it. This next one is one of the top anticipated books of 2025. And that is Alchemized. And boy, was it anticipated for a reason. Alchemized is a reimagined version of Manacled, which was a fanfiction piece. Helena Marino is a prisoner of war and wakes up with no memory. And the story progresses as they try to figure out why her memory was erased and what she's trying to protect. The damage. Speaking of emotional damage, why not include a book that made me sob my absolute brains out? I wanted to put the entire Boys of Tommen series in this, but that wouldn't really be fair. So we'll use book 1 as the placeholder. Whoever calls this a sports romance is not doing the justice this deserves. And listen, I'm also sick of the "I'm so tiny" FMC, but it's actually really relevant here because she is so small because she's struggling for food. Heavy on the trigger warnings for this entire series. I was actually in a depressive episode for like an entire week after finishing this, so take with that what you will. And finally, I've been introduced to The Sanderlanche. People have been telling me to read Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson for a long time, and I didn't listen, and I regret that deeply. This series has changed my life. Also, I didn't expect this series to be one that would make me cry. I can name like maybe 10 books that I've ever read that have made me cry, and this series has one of them. This book has one of the coolest magic systems I've ever come across, and I would actually recommend this book as an introduction into fantasy. If you're not well versed in fantasy or you haven't read a lot of fantasy, this is a very easy book to start. And then going to Dragonsteel Nexus and getting fully immersed into this world, 10 out of 10 experience, life-changing. All I want to do is read Brandon Sanderson now. And now I have to know, for research purposes, what were your top reads of this year?